limousine.
Head coach of the Albany Bay local on Power 96.
Coming to you live from his off the radio. Oh, they must have turned it off just in time. Anybody hear us? Nope, they must have turned it off upstairs, which is good. Dave Nelson coming to you live here. Like I said, me is Mr. Marcus Antonio Calderon. Bradley Skinnis, how are you boys doing this evening?
Doing well, Dave. Beautiful. Unlike our last venture.
I know the first thing you were going to do was you were going to complain how warm it was and you were wishing it was snow on the
ground. Yeah, it's too warm. You don't have a tent.
Live on the air. Just wanted to make sure. So, yeah, they got it right upstairs. Of course, last time hear us and it was kind of echoing through, so we go too loud right away here. That is the wind, and it is blowing here at Highfield. Of course, we're at the concession stand on the third line, and we're looking at the flag. It's standing directly straight, and it's coming right towards us. So we'll see how the ball end up tied up there in that wind today or not. We'll see. I know talking with Coach, he said it shouldn't affect their they can pull the ball. We'll see what Northfield does. And Brad, a little bit before, you don't remember in the season with an 0-3 record.
It seems unusual to see them. Your arms and your pitchers, and you're worrying which counts and whatnot, but yeah, hopefully we get a good game in here. Usually the pitcher coming in from their back, so maybe a little and at the same time any balls that are hit up into the air
and yeah, so it'll be a really interesting. Everything gets played out. Starting lineups brought to you by Dawson Limousine.
Northfield Raiders, number 2, Tyler Houston. Number 4, Groutman. 8, Jonah Cook. 9, Dylan Morrow. Number 10, Braden Van Sickle. Number 13, Tyler. Number 6. Bennett, and rounding out the lineup for the Raiders, left field 3, Mason Munch. And now for our Tigers, in reserve, Paxton, number 8, Pulse, number Cohen Drescher, number 23, 8. Tigers playing center field, number 13, Cooper. Stop. Number 2, Leighton Yost. Barclay. baseman, number 3, Brody Rack. Batting first base, number 26.
More. Are you Tiger, Wolverine, Knights, Panther, or apparel? Stop on into their new gift shop.
Today. Don't forget to 96. Proudly brought to you by GT Win.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher? Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does all major household appliances and commercial products, including fryers and grills. On the Spot, warranty authorized for most major brands, is a local LG appliance servicer. Make it worse, call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot. Time at 89.
6 live coverage. 6 live coverage of Albert. As you're listening here on the American. Of course, the first inning is going to be brought to you by. And I tell you what, Brad's wishing he would have went and got tanned because he's sunburn.
I got a pretty. So despite the fact that Jody's still got on me, I should be okay.
Northfield. Of course, Albert Lee 1-1 after taking care of business last Thursday. Getting the nod tonight and kind of talking with Coach Anderson. And he was really hoping to get some of those games a couple of days because of the fact that you can kind of see where they're at for pitching, and especially some of the conference opponents or section opponents. Some here and there where, like, again, where you cannot take that risk. You have to go. And so Smith, of course, gets and then come Tuesday, Brecken, again, he pitched really good last Thursday night. But we'll see. Get that game in on Saturday, of course. But pitch and the game. First one's going to be low in the dirt. Brad, you were saying pitchers like that coming from their backs?
You know, you can get a little bit more velocity, and you also, depending upon the breaking pitches, you get on those as well. And in the air, rather than carrying, they're going to come back this direction towards the end. I would say that this is definitely a pitcher.
Pants, and the Tigers wearing their all whites, of course, with the blue number. I always said the white uniforms, but it's definitely kind of pain.
Yeah. And at a certain point, the spray and the staining, it's just irrelevant. Well, you know, the ones that more your middle infielders, your catcher, their uniforms, they're a lost cause.
Last pitch.
Pitch there, breaking pitch for the third strike, but and drop the ball. McGill first. Brewer gets it down to McGill. 2-3 first inning.
Having a little bit of issues with the internet here tonight. Not sure what's going on. We are up here But if you are watching, thank you for being here on 96.1 FM. You buy Etc. Tanning and Clothing. Hey, about Etc. Tanning and Clothing. Power 96 Sports. And, with multiple tanning options and a wide variety of unique, Etc. has you covered. You can visit at 507-377-8267 to schedule your next visit. Of course, has a lot of stuff out there. Maybe for some Tiger gear. They had a bunch of prom dresses still out there. So get on out. Tanning and Clothing. And so nice 1, 2, 3 there for the Tigers. Smith looking pretty comfortable out. Looks like, the curveball really got right before out there in the throwback over to first. He's that kind of a little bit low and just held off. But Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. Good start for the home team here. Fun and get an early lead right off the bat.
Caldy, who do we got here for coming up here in the bottom of the first?
Yes, we have number 2, Leighton. Number 7, Nate Parquet.
13, Cooper Kermis.
Wind seems to be blowing to the east at towards us. You gonna bring out the crystal ball, or
Work the at bat here. We're gonna go a little deep and gonna hit a gapper to right center.
there?
Gets a little low and outside. 1.
Games last year that I can did start the game off with an extra base.
In there for strike 1.
Just a couple pitches in, but seems like a pretty from the Northfield starting pitcher.
His fastball is definitely working. I think having some problems with communication.
Yeah, they might have to switch.
Well, that's of them do.
In what world?
Right here, Albert Lee, Minnesota.
Comes the 2-2. And this is a swing and a miss for strike 3. So, yeah, Kermit's out of the way. And
Next up for the Tigers.
something we couldn't see.
Number 2.
You say that, I was hoping I missed a check swinger away a little bit, like his back came around, because that.
So unless he said we don't know. So one, he's going to take the first one.
Tough break for Cooper there, because I had to put him in the 3 prime hitting position, but
the 1-0 to Yost. He popped up out of play. It will stay in the stadium, though.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Well said.
It's really windy here today, so you're going to hear Yost turns on that one. He's going to get out in front. That foul again.
first breaking pitch that he did the strike zone there. So now it's strike hitter for Leighton.
1-2 is the count.
Going to be outside. Holds 2 strikes. The one out here, 0-0 game on your funeral cremation service scoreboard.
Laying back a little bit.
Yost turns on that one. That one looks like it's going to be again. It will stay in. Very similar to where before. So still 2-2.
Again, some good velocity from the pitcher here. Angle, you can see that once he gets choked up on that bat a little bit, shortness the ball in play. Good two-strike approach.
And he'll dribble just down flat. Ball.
There.
Open up that hole for him to shoot one through.
They're giving him some space, definitely. Second for Nate.
It's the 1-0 pitch as the pitcher looks over to.
We have a fair lead off.
Going to be high and outside again. Takes it 2 ball strikes. Happy after tax day, everybody. That I did not like from my wife. Here goes the 2. I'll throw back actually to first, not in time. Gets back safe.
Nice move, but
that with Yost there from first.
Off. But so
good 10 feet.
Yeah.
Up the bat, wanting to.
Backhand. And he's the tag. It was a good throw from the catcher to shortstop, actually. No. Yeah. No, that. Okay, so the shortstop to his backside to come.
Bang play there, and Jenderson's reaction over there, and the third base coaches. There was a sign that was missed on that. There.
He would get a walk there, but instead he's.
One count, 1 out, runner at second.
If two. Able to come in to come up with it. Yost to score, and both moved up an additional base on.
Third baseman number 20, Graham.
So you're 1-0 lead here on your Bayview Free. In the bottom of the first, once again, first inning brought, etc. Tanning and clothing.
Graham Gosson now up with runners on second.
Just some great at-bats here, too, by the Tigers so far this first half inning.
Well, they're finding the hole. I mean, the space that Northfield's giving them every time. Where, I mean, just like Coach Anderson, Sam just
takes the first one on the outside for number 1.
Gaskus, he doesn't have the same hole. Let's say. So if he can.
Yeah,
play.
out of play. Look at that. Was going to drop a little bit. Unfortunately, did not.
That brings up
And
number
is
20,
out number 2 here in the bottom.
Catcher, number 21, Zayden Brewer. 2 outs. Runners at win away.
One finds the one.
Yeah, he's getting the call in the upper part of that zone here.
0-1, 2 out.
Yeah, swing and a miss, though. Is a little bit behind that one. And the pitch for the pitcher from North. First half inning. And that's going to be hurt.
1-2, 2 outs.
It's nice when that wind doesn't blow at us directly. The 1-2. And going to be towards the third baseman. He's going to grab that and throw it in time for out number 3. So the Tigers 2. And but they get one on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral. But here's some from our sponsors here on Power 96. You're listening to live coverage of Albert Lee, the Americana Insurance Press Box.
Arcadian Bank's award-winning experience and expertise to help you move. Hi, I'm Susie. Arcadian Bank. We are committed to exceptional service.
Arcadian Bank, community-owned, community-focused in Albert Lee, Freeborn, and Heartland. www.arcadianbank member FD.
And back here, 6 live coverage of LA Tiger baseball as we're heading into the standing is. I know I'm gonna need some new gutters. And gutters by G. Of course, they got a lot of different flavors now this year new here at the ball field. Those all your favorite beverages. Of course, going the healthy route now. Are you still doing the diet?
Yeah. Yep.
Which is always good. I think it tastes. The batter just seen, but he liked something with because he gave it his all.
Had a little movement on it, I'll tell you that.
There's 0-1. It says it's not right. That's going to be popped up, I believe. It is playable. It's going to be Rassler for that 2.
Jinx anybody, but
now batting number
bad.
No.
Oh, the pitcher, number 5, Ben Imes, is now up. Right-handed batter.
First pitch going to be hit foul towards the third baseline.
If I'm wrong, Brad, but this is normally how Preston starts a game. He gets ahead of the batters.
Much more like that we've become accustomed to. Absolutely. And they've got the aggressive bat. Well, utilize your defense. Let them play and
hit back towards
and go for the ball up there up the middle. Preston wasn't quite able to position to snag that himself and post right behind second base there. The infield grass here had killed it as Leighton attempted to sliding stop on it, which was irrelevant because they weren't going to get the runner there. So infield single for the Raiders first hit of the day.
Most definitely that's a hit. So there's nothing Preston can do, and there's nothing the shortstop can do. All right, up first is Owen Jensen, the DH, number 14. Runner at first base with 2 down.
Smith looks back over to first. 8 to 10 foot lead. For ball number 1.
1-0 here at the top of the second inning.
Big swing and ball. 1 strike, 2 outs.
Only 17. Preston, but Northfield is not picking up pitches, whether they're not seeing it out of his hand or not. They haven't adjusted. Cut back on that a little bit.
1-1. Runner will go to second. Second from Brua. Runner gets on at the stolen base. Brua not happy. It's one of those you just gotta shake it off.
Bro, trust me.
That's called it, got it. Taylor Swift shakes it off.
We got 2 balls, 2 outs, runner at second base.
Ooh, that one.
That's a wild hit.
Not sure where that hit. Yeah, it's going to get past Brua. Not sure if that came off funny off the bat.
Love it. It almost made me wonder if he was expecting a different pitch than what there, but
it was a
concerned for a second. There was 2 strikes on the batter, which was going to allow him to advance, but
don't 2s across the board here. Courtesy of Dawson Limousine. That's going to be
nice
back
catch
into for the 3rd out. So no and 1. Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, South Minnesota. Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, South Minnesota branding, Dawson Limousine, the Alberta Convention and Visitors Bureau, and of course, Robert Hoffman. Thank you for sponsoring baseball here today for your Tigers. 96. We'll get through our as well here in just a little bit. 21 pitches there for Mr. Preston Smith, so 11.
Who will lead off the inning.
Okay. Still good, like Brad, you were saying, that just a few fastballs. Nothing big, though.
No.
Number 15.
Changing up his speeds, and even last year, Preston's effectiveness, he's blowing away his opposition. He's utilizing the breaking pitches, keep balance, and low, and that's a big key for Preston's. But he's also today, defense is playing well behind him. He's getting ahead early, playing. We're making the plays and getting the outs and the bases. So,
well, you've said it before, Brad. You're better off to have your fielder making those plays for you than control everything on the mound. So
yeah, absolutely. You know, you can have a handful of strikeouts. You can have 8, 10. When you think about that, balls mixed in there, you're already running that pitch count up for 8 to 10 outs, 30, 35, 40 pitches. And that pitch count, especially even more so early on, we're still very season, only Preston's second outing. His arm
Smith hits one off of the pitcher's glove. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Being our left-handed hitter from left field, Easton Shuey.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there by Preston. Just what I went with that pitch right back up the middle, and the pitcher wasn't quite able play that Northfield got there of the game on. Pitcher wasn't able to get back into the position there, fielding position, and snuck it into center field. As we said, that is coming off the field. Being that he's the starting, he's going to be the courtesy runner for him.
So Hovde now at first.
Left-handed batter up here, Easton Shuey. Early on, this has got to be bunt situation.
You would think.
Tiger baseball, right?
And he did not go.
There's no movement there.
And
take 1 ball.
And maybe, part of it too with changing it up a little bit, even though it doesn't, is maybe see if he can get the ball across the plate and let Easton get into a hitting.
Nice hit.
Count.
In the gap there between second, third for a base hit. So runners now on first and second. Tigers.
Great piece of hitting there. The pitch in the outside corner. So
fastball up and away in the zone, and he didn't try to do too much with it. Through that hole between short and third.
Ethan Steeler, right fielder, our number 9 hitter.
Sorry, Ethan, but now this is where I go 100% confidence that the bunt sign's going to be on. So,
we'll see.
So do your job, get the run, and take the kudos in the dugout.
Yep. And it's going to be high and outside. Gets off and gets Hovde back to second.
That was an Ed Stocker move. Runners on second and first. Throw it at the batter.
First game that we did this year, Ethan had a pair of hitters. Kerma's on deck here, no outs. Just seems to make sense to get a pair of runners in scoring position.
Correct.
Now, and that one will be laid down, but it's going to go foul.
So, Brad, we got a 1-1 count. Still on?
I think so. At this point, I think you have to. And you want to keep your feet a little bit more stationary. Don't trying to do too much. That's why it's called the sacrifice bunt. You are giving up the out for the betterment of the team to get those two guys over. And with their positioning here, both first and but even with the base. So if you that ball down with it's not too hard to the third base or the pitcher, it's going to do the job.
And that will be laid down towards the third baseline.
Very nice.
Pitcher gets there over.
He's off the base.
He was, but he.
Are we for?
He looked. He asked.
He's looking for the home plate umpire. The home plate umpire was watching it because the first baseman never did get his foot back on the base. However, the middle infield umpire, he's in between short and second. There's or short and third. There's no way that he can see that call. So they are asking for help here, and let's see what the.
As of now, yeah, safe.
There it is.
So that challenge there.
It's a very good job of community because the ball beat the runner there certainly, and said the very good job too, and he was looking at that play there.
We have no outs. Is that bad? Our leadoff batter?
He's going to watch that one go. He did not like
what Cooper was looking for. Cooper.
One ball, one strike, no outs. Tigers still leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Inning again brought to you by GT Window and Door and Gutters. One pitch. It's going to be low in the dirt.
Nice play
by the catcher there. He certainly saved us.
Third.
Yeah. So 3-1. Do you just set the bat on your shoulder?
I don't think so.
An error?
Actually, I'm not calling that an error because it went under the third baseman's glove. The third.
Okay. So
I have that.
The score.
Over the fact.
1-2.
Yeah.
Nice timeout.
Yeah, Barkley step. Of course, you fellers wear glasses. So are you getting dust in your eyes? I just got a little.
Nor am I.
That's why I need to see half the time. Here comes the 1-2. side as Barkley just follows that one. Strikes with a 1 out.
Spectacular. Good.
We're still on second and third. And foul goes off of the catcher.
He just shook his head. You could tell the ball stung him a little bit. And did what the umpires do, you know. Give him a little bit of extra time to recoup. Reciprocated by the catchers as a foul ball off of the umpire. So.
We've seen that happen.
1 out.
The 2-2. That one's going to be tipped towards the back. Of the second, the Northfield pitcher already has 54 pitches in as of right now.
Yeah, he's a complete not in his future.
Warming up for Northfield. I have a nice angle over here.
Here comes the
Uh-oh.
one just locked up Nate there for strike. The second out.
Froze him up, took that, and again, I think it was a strike again. It's
Yeah.
on that upper bend through 2 innings. There, he's been pretty consistent with that. Higher pitch has been in his strike zone. And consistency. If it...
Number 26, Sam Miguel. Base wrap last time up.
It's going to be a side.
Nice eye by Sam.
And, of course, McGill setting up runners on second and third, 2 outs. Or 3-1 ball game here. In the dirt, ball 2.
You know, nice to see making sure he's going to take his pitch.
Comes the 2-0 pitch. Corner there. Strike.
Well, if we've seen one thing today that really likes that pitch right there and that, it's giving Preston the same strike.
Here comes as a hush falls through the crowd. Oh, big cut there. Beats it just a little bit. Takes it to 2's across.
Another curveball there. Pulled that one.
Coming up on his 60th pitch here. The bottom of the 2's across the board. One's gonna get that across for a strike. So that is the third out. Tiger Strand there. As we're gonna top of the third. This, of course, coverage of Albert Lee Tiger Baseball from the Icona Insurance Press Box. Let's hear some of our sponsors here on Power.
Adam, owner of Gutters by GT. Gutters is a family-owned and operated business that has served the Albert Lee area since 2012. We have won the trust of local homeowners, reliable service, adding leak protection to and new gutter installation. Proud sponsor of Albert Lee Sports. Call me today 7-402-5541 or visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate today. Don't forget to listen or watch local sports on Power 90. Proudly brought to you by Gutters by GT.
Is right, Adam. Thank you. Sports in all Albert Lee Tiger sports as well. Under Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service. Of course, your third inning today is going to be brought to you by Robert Hoffman Realty. Voted best real estate here, and you need to know why. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, maybe you're looking for management. Go ahead and go to
road, folks. And strike Preston.
McGill and kind of questioning where that one was again. Again, we're talking that upper head he has been calling. That one might have been up much more than what it has been.
Correct.
Let's head towards the second time for out number one. Well, after it was over, on his way to the dugout, Coach Henderson.
You know, and as a parent, you want your guys to strike. But to expand that zone to where that is, it's just one where, fortunately, as the batter, you just grin and bear it.
Yeah.
Correct. We have the up left fielder, number 3, Mulch.
He took strike one. And the second pitch going to be down to the dirt. Takes it.
Caldy, I don't know if you mentioned it, but I think activity there behind the
yes.
dugout.
There's a couple people playing catch back there, yes.
That's in there for strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. As I got dust, whatever. Here comes the 1-2 from Smith. Going to be hit out. Right field.
That's a hit.
Yeah. The runner will just stay on first. So Northfield getting their of the day.
With that single. Now batting.
Back to the leadoff, Michael Stewart. Up, grounded out to our third baseman.
You know, when I'm kind of looking out in the crowd here, Caldy, it definitely filled up. Nice day for some baseball. Fans out in full attendance today.
Yeah, Northfield Northfield doesn't have a bad crowd over there, so good to see parents, grandparents out here.
Towards the short, said nothing. As the runner basically took off as soon. So,
Fielder Christian Whiteman, number batter, grounded out to God.
Here. Off of
times this summer.
the 0-2 going to be down in the dirt, but
nice Preston there as he continues to mix up good on 0-2, and then Brewer behind the plate, sliding over on the outer half of the plate and blocking that, keeping the runners at first and second.
Yeah, nice job by Brewer.
1-2 pitch. That one's going to be high and inside as the batter does. So 2 balls, 2. A little bit of away from Smith there.
I'm a little surprised that, but he kept his bat up high.
That one's gonna just miss the outer, takes to a full count. Are you handing out money? It's Tiger
count.
cards. That's what you.
One
All of a sudden, I thought Skinnis just. I was like, I'll take some money.
I know, right?
Youth baseball cards are out now.
Why I would buy one from Abe Irvine, beyond my wildest dream.
The 3-2 is going to be high. Smith giving up, I believe that's his first walk. The game.
You are correct.
Base.
Big batter here early on, as about all the opportunities that he Tigers had through those first 2 innings. We were only able to push 3 runs across. Now Northfield sits with the bases loaded. It's a 1-run game.
And towards. Oh, and 1 run is going to score. It'll be a third, but the ball gets down. So it'll be 2 outs, but Northfield does. And we'll have runners first and third now.
Tell me if I'm wrong, Caldy, but did hand that?
I believe you are correct.
That's what I thought. Now we're going to have. You've got runners on first and whether or not Northfield's going to try and get Albert Lee to decision defensively. And, what the four hitter here?
For 4-hitter, yes.
Yeah, so.
What was the umpire just doing talking about Smith there? He had his notebook.
Could have been coming set.
Oh.
Yeah. Last year, this umpire was always sure that they were doing everything they needed to do on the mound. I think it's just him communicating, scolding. So
Okay. So 3-1 on Funeral Cremation Service
out of
scoreboard.
play, Dave Nelson's vehicle?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's not going to get that far back. But once again, out of play brought to you by Americana Insurance. Go see Tom and his staff there to get all your needs. Of course, they got 3 locations to suit your needs.
Lead here off of first base. There he goes in the dirt, so there's not going to be on. So second, put the tying run in scoring position with the 4-hitter here up for Raiders.
Last time up, hitter grounded out to our shorts.
Mr. Ron Hunter out in the field. Bottom of 4 at 10-0. And A is down. And 2 outs.
Preston keeping everybody guessing.
Right. Way to make us look bad, Preston.
Runner still on second and third. Tigers still leading.
How are we supposed to armchair coach if you things like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Did not like that ball.
Good luck. Burning bridges while you're in high school.
You heard it here.
Albert Lee Express, the new town ball team. Taking quite a few Albert Lee players. And that one is going to be hit. It's going to be a base hit out into left field. 1 run's going to score. And the ball gets past Brua.
Preston went with the ball again there, and he muscled it up just enough to get it over Yost's head in shallow left center there.
And looks like we may be having a pitching change here. Smith started off with and ended up already 20 inning.
Yeah, I had a couple of balls hit, nothing hit really squared up. So
no pitching change. So that's normally Jay comes out. That's normally a pitching change, unless I'm off.
First one on the corner of the dugout when bases were loaded.
Oh, so he was just standing there.
Yeah, he was. I think he was just there.
Okay.
So Henry 12, the right fielder, is now up. He popped up to our second baseman.
High fastball. It better be a strike.
And it is. No ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Rumor has it that here at Hayek, and you can get one without a bun.
I don't know why you won.
Get it with a fork.
Yeah, swinging number 2.
Right, Miss Yost?
She's not even listening to you.
She's not listening.
She's eating.
She never eats the bun.
She smiles. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Smith sets, and here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be popped up.
Fielder.
Wind's going to push it away from him. He's got a long run.
And
Nice.
He did get there for the third out. But as Northfield gets 3, so it's 3-3 on your Bayview Funeral and Cremation. Once again, third inning is brought to you by Robert Hoffman Realty. Let's take a quick pause here for station identification.
96, the very best. 96.1 K. Albert Lee, Minnesota.
Hi, this is Jay Anderson, head coach of the. Thanks for keeping it local on Power 9.
And back Power 96 live coverage of Vel. As we have a 3-3 ball game here tonight. I'm just kind of looking around. Like I said, yeah, they got occasionally we catch the wind of the truck in here, but what else they got there?
They got burgers and dogs both.
Burgers and
yeah.
dogs. Now there's quite a bit of a line over to there. Food, so come support your Albert Lee Boosters, of course. The Tiger car.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to get here. I'm purchasing one for those up.
Yeah.
Go up for the Tigers. We'll have third and we'll have catchers Zayden Brua, pitcher Preston Smith.
So Tigers looking to get some more runs going here for them. Of course, Hoffman Realty bringing you the third. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, maybe go ahead and Robert Hoffman Realty, give them a call or else visit them on their website, roberthoffmanrealty.com, and you can see everything. Yeah. Thank you. There's different reps. Davey Valerio has been here now of the sports crew for a little while.
We do have a new pitcher. We have number 16, Jens Armred. He is a senior.
The Raiders have a new pitcher on the mound, number 17, Jens
as we
Armred.
get underway here. Looks like Mr. Gaskison up here at the plate. Are you trying to lose your Tiger card already, Brad?
Right. I share my dashboard. I don't ever use it.
That's still a good for the kids.
It sits and I don't use it, and then I go, oh. It's after usually drive through somewhere or whatever, but great fundraiser for youth baseball, and there's a lot of good deals on there too. A lot of community support.
Strike one, and that next pitch going to be high for ball one. So one. I believe I was going to look it up here as well. I think tomorrow's deadline for Albert Lee Youth to different T-ball, coach pitch, things like that.
Yep, yeah, you're absolutely correct.
There's that up high strike again.
Yeah, like almost like a curve there, come in a little bit too. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Graham's going to turn on that one, and third baseman's going to go ahead and throw it to first, and look like maybe in time, but not a very good throw there.
Yeah, he one-hopped his first baseman, and after you make a play down the line like that, hope your first baseman will help you out with that one. That's a long throw from there. Really good play, and
we gave Gaskison a hit on that.
Yep.
That was a hard play by the third baseman. And all right, we have our catcher, number 21, Zayden Brua, up. Zayden grounded out to the shortstop last time up.
Looking here on the board, they do have 3 runs apiece, of course. 5 hits for the Tigers, 4 for Northfield. To be inside and high.
I'm surprised it wasn't a strike.
And 3 errors is what it shows on Northfield, but they're giving a little extra air happy maybe. I don't know.
It could be, Dave.
Well, no strikes. And Brugge Gonna pop that up, and it's over us. Oh, that one almost hit one of the vehicles over there. Hopefully they would have had insurance.
Pert near there.
My vehicle. Whew.
Notice you're breathing a little heavy there.
I know. I look. I know.
That wasn't the wind this time. That was Dave.
That was me. Sigh of relief. The third baseman runs in, throws it, and gonna get there, and was a bunt.
Off balance throw by the third baseman. Short hop to first baseman there, but that's a play that's the first.
Pitch runner, I'm assuming.
Yeah, pinch runner will come out.
Brecken
Will be running now for. Did you see that bunt coming? I did not. I don't think anybody did except for.
Jay's not saying.
But hold on, as I rub my temple, see Preston's bunt coming.
We have a question on something going.
Well, I think somebody asked. We have a pitch runner. Yes. It'll be a re-entry, of course.
Okay.
All right.
And maybe they sometimes will assume.
Well, I think in this inning, when Preston utilized.
Like we're trying to play hockey there for a second.
Smith now up. No. We have runners at first and second base.
Corners are even with the bag. We'll be charging here, depending.
It's going to get hit.
There we go. This is juiced.
So,
even
well, you can't really call that a sacrifice. That's more of a sacrifice ankle.
Well, you got to be bringing in a pitch runner.
He will come in for
number 18, Easton Shuey.
And all right, so here we go, Brad. Left-handed batter with bases loaded. Mr. Shuey is up. Last time he got a base wrap.
Enough to get your pitch to hit. Easton is by nature. He likes to swing early and often, which is just fine. Just make sure you.
That's going to get your car.
That one might.
Oh.
It did not. Thank goodness.
Pertner
there.
We got one strike. Left-handed batter. One in the Tigers lineup. Here's that strike.
Looked like again, hard to see there. Easton looks like he maybe thought it was a little bit of part of the plate there, but now he's in a quick hole 0-2 here.
Comes the 0-2 pitch. Hey, he gets a hold of that one. That one's going to go.
Nice
will
hit.
Drop into right field. There's along the foul line. And one run only in, but that's going to just working around the. And the Tigers take a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. So it's 4-3 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service score.
Number 9 hitter, number 11, right fielder, Ethan Steelers up. Ethan had a shot to center field last time up. They threw out one of our batters at home.
Steeler will run. You know, it's kind of that high outside. You gotta.
It's the one thing he's been relatively consistent as far as the batters go. You know, you can lay out a 2-strike point, but once you get to 2 strikes and it's in that upper part of the zone.
Steeler, that one it will be popped up though into
fakes the
Yeah,
tag.
Wackles was going
Two shallow on that one. A good throw in.
So 1 out for the Tigers. Ron Hunter he did lose 12-0 in 5 innings. Hammer Field.
Now, Cooper Kermis.
I heard this Kermis kid is a pretty good.
1 for 2 today.
That's his dad's right there. Of course, we're down in with the fan. Ooh, gonna be definitely some speed on that one.
I think a Cooper gets here. A ball in play is what you're looking for right here. Just up.
Comes the 1-0 pitch. Oh, a little chin music there. Yes, you can hear his teammates hollering, "Eat it!"
No, don't eat it.
No.
I'm sorry, no way. The dentist bill is horrible.
2-0 pitch. And he's
There you
gonna
go.
Foul that one off.
Still a good cut at it.
Want to see right there, Cooper worked himself in the hole there, and he got a pitch that he liked. He gave it a rip there. Still to the count here, and opportunity expanding the Tigers' lead.
2-1 is the wind blowing directly right now. He's going to turn on that one. That one will be hit towards the third baseman. Third base second in time for out number 1, but time at first. So
right.
2 out. Takes it 5-3 on your Bayview Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
Kermis picks up fielder's choice there.
Shortstop Leighton Yost.
All right. Our shortstop, Leighton Yost, is now up. Is 1 for 1 today. He has a hit.
Yeah, runner. Still bottom of the third. Brought to you by Robert Hoffman.
Delay steal, Dave?
I would almost assume. Ooh, that was tipped back in catcher's glove.
It's quick enough. That which was a smart choice. And pitcher
Time called Yost as the pitcher was taking his time up there to throw the ball.
That's a great right there, Yost. Yost thinking about everybody right there, so resituate himself.
1-1, here it comes. There the steal. Oh, he's going to throw it to
There
not
it
in
is.
time as it goes actually second baseman. And what and he had to belly flop into his face is covered with walk.
Nobody said it was pretty.
Tigers take it 6-3 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
What did he call that? I believe 1 and 2. Yeah, I want to say it's 1 and 2. I believe it's 1 and 2 with 2 outs. Runner at second base. Yost stands.
That's going to be outside.
Count.
See, try to get him what he's going to do. He still hasn't put up his 2-2. You're right, Caldy.
Yeah.
2's across the board.
So we got 2s across the board. We still have a runner at second base. Kermit's taking a good-sized lead. He's going.
And third,
Not even
in
close.
time.
Kermit's had a great jump on that. The bases right now. He's having a lot of fun out there.
Still 3-2, or it is 3-2 now.
Yes. Full count with 2 outs. Runner at third.
And that's high and inside for ball. So runners on the Once again, it is a 6-3 ball game here.
And we have our number 3 hit, number 7, Nate Barclay.
Now batting number 8, Barclay.
That breeze is chilly.
Well, there is that.
Or the latent trot after the delayed steal on the catcher to see if it's a throw. There it goes.
And they're just going to throw it
Northfield
back.
not going to bite.
So, and Yost with the stole. Brad, did you get to see Hovde's head to home?
I did not.
But he was way short, so he had to bounce it over. And he had white chalk all over his face, and everybody was laughing.
Of course I'm.
They're still laughing over there. Ball 2.
Strikes, 2 outs. We have a runner at second and third. Infield is back.
Swing number 1.
It's his third appearance at the plate.
1 pitch. Once taken to deep right. Yep, it goes
air.
off of the right fielder as he was trying to try to get on second, and he's going to for a 2-run. Barclay takes it now 8. Born Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
That one on the screws with the right fielder. Got back there and did everything but play.
Now batting number 26.
We got Big Sam Miguel up. Sam is 1 for 2 today. A hit, and he struck out. And the pitcher comes set. Here comes the pitch. Nice rattle.
Shortstop will get it. Throw to first in time. The third out. But Tigers are going to tack 5 more here in the bottom and take it 8-3 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Go ahead and hear some more from our sponsors. Once again, the third Tigers lead 8-3. We'll be right back with more from our sponsors here on Power 96.
Trust the caring professionals at Star Granite Works when it comes to remembering. Star Granite Works serves the southern Minnesota and northern Iowa area. Star Granite offers a wide selection of monuments, plaques, granite benches, and veteran memorials. Trust Albert Lee's only full-service monument shop and the caring professionals at Star Granite to honor in stone the legacy on South Broadway in Albert Lee.
And back here again from the American Insurance Press Box, it's Power 96 Live of Albert Lee Tiger Baseball. Let's our sports boosters. We have a great group of sports. Keep local sports on local radio. Insurance, Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, Minnesota Branding, On the Spot Appliance, Arcadian Bank, Star Granite, GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, and the Alpha Orthodontics. We'll get through more of them here in just a little bit. Of course, the Bruins have a big series weekend, Caldy.
Oh, yes. We'll be there both nights.
Yeah, we will be there both nights, tomorrow night and 7:05 puck drop at town for round 1 of the Robertson Cup. And did division championship first time. Was like 14-15, I believe. Home ice advantage throughout the playoffs. You can get your tickets at Austin Bruins.
Number 7.
Tom.
Jens Amundsen.
Jens name lays down a bunt, and Preston to Miguel.
I'm not sure if that was truly a bunt or just.
It might
was
have been
kinda
a check
weird
swing. It was.
How that. He didn't really It's one out.
Owen Jensen is up. Last time up.
Of course, your fourth inning, tanning and clothing. First pitch to him is going to be outside for ball one.
I was looking for a different call.
I was going to say it better be outside, not high. I thought based upon it, I thought that was a strike.
Kind of look first from our angle. Of course, where we're sitting, we're off just a
we have an obstructed view.
Ball two, as that one's down low in the dirt. Looks like it went off the plate there.
We have a nice array of people here. There's got to be close to the 80, 90 range.
A lot of people even down the baseline there. The 2-0 pitch. And a miss for strike number one.
I like it.
Smith, who, of course, we're here in the fourth. 48 pitches as of right now. It's the internet. It's Verizon. Yeah. Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, Verizon, there's something wrong. The internet's just kind of glitchy. Thank you, Becky. Yeah, we said it when we first got here, but for some reason tonight, not sure why it's kind of out. Normally we're pretty good here. Head over towards Goskeson for out number two.
Another throw in the dirt there from Goskeson. McGill digs the ball out there, which she's done a couple times tonight.
Well, at least Sam used a glove.
That is true.
He didn't catch it barehanded, so.
Be curious to see what he says about that one after the game.
I'm going to try to get these internet prongs above the metal. Maybe the metal's having a little effect on it tonight. We'll see if that doesn't help the internet a little bit there.
We're 0-1 with 2 outs, nobody on.
Of course, that's the thing here at Hike Field. They do not have internet, but we have our Verizon box, but normally it comes in pretty good. So it's a little weird tonight why that's not doing that. So.
Could have to do with Sputnik.
Could. The 0-2 is going to be turned. Should be out of play, and it is.
I have to get a hold of Adam here. He's supposed to bring me a card. Owing to 2 outs. Tigers defense getting back into position after chasing down a foul ball.
Goes the 0-2. I did have it wrong on Boxcast. I apologize. Ooh, gonna just miss that outside corner. That will be ball one.
One and two, 2 outs. Preston delivers just a bit high.
Yeah, takes it to 2s across the board. And here comes the 2-2 from Smith. And that one is a swing and a miss for strike number 3. Didn't know if you'd pulled back on that or not. But that is the third strike and the third out here. And we'll get ahead to the bottom of the fourth. Smith so far 56 pitches through 4. And Tigers lead 8-3. 6:30 time frame. Let's go ahead and hear some more from our sponsors here on Power 96.
The regular season is over and the playoffs are underway. The Bruins host the number 4 seed Watertown Shamrocks at Riverside Arena this weekend for games 1 and 2 of the Central Division semifinal. Puck drop for both nights is 7:05 and fans can get their tickets at tickets.austinbruins.com or head over to one of our ticket vendors, Games People Play, Hy-Vee in Austin, or Jim's Marketplace. Let's make Riverside rowdy throughout these Robertson Cup playoffs.
Shop at Cetra Tanning and Clothing in the Skyline Plaza, where you'll find new trendy clothing and sports apparel in their boutique section. They also have a pre-owned section, which includes clothing for kids, women and men, shoes, and purses. Etc. also offers UV tanning, custom airbrush, red light therapy, and lotions. stop into Etc. in the Skyline Plaza and see all that they have to offer. And back here again from the American Insurance Press Box is Power 96 live coverage of Albertley Tiger baseball as your Albertley Tigers lead 8-3 as we head into the bottom of the fourth. Once again, fourth inning brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing there in the Skyline Plaza.
We got Graham Goskeson, Brua, and Smith up for the Tigers.
Next up for the Tigers, number 20, Goskeson.
Graham looking to do what's Graham done today so far, Caldy?
Let me see. Graham has struck out and he's had a base hit.
So 1 for 1 today. He's gonna ball one there, low in the dirt.
Did you say 1 for 1 after a strikeout and a hit?
I said 1 for 2.
Or 1 for 2.
I thought Dave said 1 for 1.
1 and 1.
Oh, I was like, gosh, I wanted you around as a statistician when I played.
1 and 1. It's 1 for 2.
It's a tough crowd over here, I tell you what.
You know, and
well, now you were talking about
he's gonna tip
you
that
were
one.
talking about the crowd here, and it's actually getting bigger because, as you mentioned, Ron Hunter giving us the updates of the JV and 9th grade games, those parents and players have filtered in here as well. So
1-2 here. That's going to be outside. Takes it to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, it's really filling up here. Of course, got a lot of Tiger athletes running around here from other sports in previous years. It's a 2-2. That one's going to get turned on. It's going to go into deep left, but it's going to be foul. Oh, that was close to, well, if it's 323 out and left, I'm guessing that was close to 290, if not more, Brad?
yeah, I'd say it's about 288.
What's that?
288.
Did I? Thanks, bud.
No, and then that goes to show you the power that Graham does have, because that ball was in on his hands a little bit too. He didn't get the full extension on that, and pushing that out there into this wind.
I'm blaming the wind for causing not a home run there. That wind wasn't there. That was gone.
Full count.
Yeah, he takes that one high and inside. So no outs here. Bottom of 4. Tigers lead 8-3. And that one goes off of his elbow.
Yeah,
that's not going to feel good.
He wore that one, and he's one of the few. I shouldn't say few players, but then Zayden Brewer is coming up next, and he doesn't have it. But, boy, most players nowadays, they've got all the gear and the guard to protect them from the balls, pitches like that.
Now batting, number 21, Zayden Brewer.
Zayden Brewer.
Brewer, sorry. Uh-oh. Travis will be calling me tonight.
Yep, Travis Brewer.
He's 0 for 2 today.
A couple of good at-bats, just able to get anything through, so we'll see if that changes here with a runner on first. No outs. First pitch. He turns on that one. That one's going to be a fair ball as it gets just to the... No, foul. Okay, I guess he said that was foul. I thought it was fair.
Well,
just on the inside of the third baseline there.
Like we've said before, we don't have the right angle to make that call. So
no. I thought that was. I think even Coach Jay thought that was.
So, 0-1. No outs.
Justice here.
We have a runner on first base.
And that's going to be high for ball 1. Why are you laughing?
Goskeson seems to be
you talking to your players?
Yeah, we're talking.
First base.
Got to get fitted for uniforms, jerseys, and pants so we can get them all ordered. We're having our first team meeting on Saturday. So
do Caldy and I get team uniforms too for doing the play-by-play?
2-1 does it count?
Well, you won't get them before the season because I need to know how many shots I'm going to take on the air. So.
Well, there's going to be a few. No, we're going to be nice to you on the air.
I was going to bring a schedule. I forgot to bring you guys a schedule. So
throw back to first, not in time. Goskeson got back.
2-1's the count. Runner at first base, taking a small lead, I would say about.
And there he takes off,
going,
and that's going to be popped up. Should be out of play, and it is. I lost it. It's not ahead. It's not on top of us though. So As long as it's not like there, right above.
Was that a 2-1 count there? I know
It
it's
was.
2-2 now. But
Yes.
makes me think that they maybe put a hit and run on there. Zayd in the first couple games that we've seen has done a pretty good job of putting the ball in play. So try and open a hole and take advantage of that.
High and outside takes it to a full count. And it would make sense considering Goskeson did leave first.
Yep.
And at that point, Z's is just trying to do what he can to get the bat on the ball.
Right, right.
All right, full count here to Brua.
The Tigers have taken the Northfield pitcher to full count, both previous batter and this batter.
That one's going to be a dribbler, right to the first baseman. Didn't know if that was going to get just past him, but it did. The wind kind of pushed it back into play a little bit for the first out.
Now batting number 15.
Number 15, Preston Smith. Preston is 2 for 2 today.
Between the Raiders pitchers struggling with their control a little bit and some quality at bats by the Tigers as well, this reliever here, he's already approaching 40 pitches, and they've got some activity in the bullpen again.
Pitch going to be missing.
Northfield definitely has the players on the bench to do such.
Yeah. We all paused waiting for that call. I think we all thought that was going to be called a strike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
1 ball, no strikes with 1 out here. That's going to be high, but of course Smith. If it would have been a McGill or someone, that would have been a strike.
It better be a ball if the last pitch was. But that's been a strike about 90% of this game. So, and I think there were a few comments there from the Northfield dugout indicating their thoughts as well.
Smith turns on that one. It'll go right to the second baseman, and that's out number 2. Goskeson will get back. Nice hit. Just we're going to blame that on the wind blowing back in. Keeps it down.
Joys of baseball. Preston hit that one right on the screws, but that second baseman was certainly shifted further over towards second base. He didn't have to move at all.
No.
Now batting number 18, left fielder Easton Shuey, who is also 2 for 2 today.
And here comes the first pitch to Shuey. He turns on that one. That one is going to be popped up to the left fielder as he moves about 10 feet for the third out. So the Tigers will strand 1. Getting none across here, but it's 8-3 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. With that, we're going to go into the top of the 5th with the Tigers leading. We'll hear some more from our sponsors here on Power 96.
Your dream smile is just a call away. Want a stunning smile from the best in the business? Dr. Gleich at Elf Orthodontics specializes in creating confident, picture-perfect smiles and is the area's only top 1% Diamond Invisalign provider. Looking for a less noticeable way to straighten your teeth? Ask about Invisalign. Your best smile is just a call away. Schedule your complimentary consultation today and take the first step towards the smile you've always wanted. Elf Orthodontics, where dream smiles begin.
This is Shannon Lastine. You're listening to Power 96. Thanks for keeping it local.
Back here again for the American Insurance Press Box. They just announced here that due to the weather on Saturday, the game in Faribault has been canceled. So originally it was supposed to be a doubleheader for baseball. Went down to 1 game. Now it'll be no games. It was just announced. I have not heard anything on softball as of yet. But pay attention to Power 96 here, and we'll let you know, as well as our Facebook. If you didn't know, we do have a new Facebook page. Go out there and like it. It's got the tiger heads on it. Of course, with Facebook, it's always nice to have, a good working one, and that was just what was going on with our old one. And so we had to change it up so we could access everything, and that's what we did. There's Cookie, the most famous baseball fan in all of Albert Lee, here now watching a little Tiger action.
Well, now that Aaron's here, my night is ruined.
Batting in the number 9 spot and leading off the top of the 5th inning is number 3, Mason Munch.
Mason Munch, number 3, the left fielder, the number 9 hitter for Northfield, is due up.
So again, Tigers leading 8-3. Your 5th inning is going to be brought to you by G2 Window and Door and Gutters by GT.
Apparently we've lost the high strike.
Yeah, that one looked like it was going to be called, and he kind of backed off, so ball 1. Unless, looking here too, Number 3 is kind of a lower statured as well. Another ball hit off of Brua's helmet there. Tipped, foul, so 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, you're the first one of the season to call players short. So that was,
I did. I said he's not as high in stature, which also will affect the strike zone.
Sounds synonymous to me, Caldy. He's taking shots at high school guys.
No,
Not right.
Just because he's taller than I am.
Nothing I would ever do.
No, not at all.
1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. And that one's going to be popped up as it is going to be Yost calling off Goskeson there.
These last 2 balls put in play, the one that ended the inning for the Tigers on the fly ball to shallow left, and then this one pop up here. Routine plays, but this time of day at Hike, that is far from routine because the left side of the infield and the left fielder are absolutely battling that sun out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Michael Stewart, the leadoff hitter, number 11, is up.
It's going to be low in the dirt for ball 1, and that's one thing that we haven't really had to deal with so far this year. Of course, we've only called 2 games here, but is with the shadows, and we are seeing, like I said, it's still kind of late spring, I guess, but yeah, you get to that 6 to 7 o'clock time frame. That's when that sun, you really got to battle that when you're out in that left field, even center field, third base a little bit.
Yep, and it does, as you talked about the shadows moving in, it does affect the batters too because that ball's coming in from the sun, and right now that shadow is just a few feet beyond home plate.
And after going 2 balls, no strikes, hit over towards third. And an amazing play. So as it was thrown from Goskeson over McGill held onto it and fell down on his backside, but showing that he still had the ball in his hand and still, or in his glove, and still with his foot on the bag.
Got a little extra groin stretch there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing things that we can't do here as broadcasters. That's
Speak for yourself, Dave. I'm a first baseman. I can still do that. Now, the tear might be a problem.
Yeah. Here comes the 0-1 here now.
Christian Whiteman, number 7, the center fielder's up.
He's going to turn on that one. That one will go towards Yost. That's short. Yost having a tough time, but he'll throw it to first. In time for out number 3. Good little boom play there.
You got a little bit of the home field advantage here. The Tiger infielders are aware of how slow this grass is and knowing that they've got to come in and play these balls aggressively because if they sit back expecting the ball to get to them quicker, these are going to turn into infield hits. And we see that happen for us and against us on this field because it's just inevitable. Coach Henderson likes to keep this infield, I'll say furry.
Yes.
I don't like it personally.
And this is going to be your new home field for the Express.
It will be. It will be, yes. So, everybody that's going to be on this team, they'll be aware of that, and I'll have that knowledge here too. So some of the teams coming in that won't will hopefully take advantage of that early on in the season before they realize what this infield does. So,
and of course, the Alberley Express, the team moving to town. Formerly, it was out of Wells.
Yep, formerly out of Wells. We don't, other than the Albert League guys, we don't have any Wells transplants with us. But I've been working on filling the roster out and putting that into the Minnesota Baseball Org website because you actually have to sign these players to contracts per se.
Okay.
And with putting them in, including myself, which that's an emergency situation, we're up to 18 on the active roster at this point.
Well, it should be 20, but we didn't get invites. Caldy and I didn't.
Well, I was going to, but I just figured it'd be difficult for you to do with the headset on.
That's true. Well, I'll get a wireless one, and I could be your extra. I could be your pinch runner.
I'd have to put one of you behind the plate. Instead of the comms, you'd have the headset on.
6:45, by the way, and we kind of talked about this with the coaches beforehand. It is the, of course, tornado test tonight, so they're going to let it play through before action resumes here. And,
we do have a pitch hitter, Dave.
Folks said siren is a test.
Pitch here, Brecken Wackles.
Okay, who's he coming in for?
Ethan Steeler.
Okay. So they just announced it here as well. It is just a test. I was talking with Coach Jay before the game, and last year we were actually doing softball when they did the test, and they were away, but it was kind of a cloudy day, and even when they were on the road, of course the sirens went because it's Minnesota statewide. They were kind of nervous because they forgot it was a test.
I don't know if it was 3 or 4 years ago we were over playing in Worthington when my boys were still playing, and it was a day like a Monday, and we got one inning in, and the skies turned green, and the sirens went off. Both teams had to sprint to the high school, and the parents went for their cars and whatnot, and what's normally a 2-hour trip took 4.5 hours to get home through the weather. The interstate was closed down. There was, unfortunately, there was actually a death on the interstate just outside of Worthington. It was actually a weather spotter who power lines went down over the interstate. It was a pretty scary situation. The boys in the bus, they ended up stopping 2 different times at truck stops to get out of the weather and whatnot. So.
Of course, that's why we always do these tests, because we are in kind of that range where we do see a lot of torrential weather, let's just say. Of course, we were pretty lucky here again this week.
Yeah, we were fortunate. I don't think the folks in Northfield were as fortunate. That Northfield, Faribault, Medford area saw a lot of footage from there where large hail and the ground looked like a driving range.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was really something else.
Test should be about done here shortly.
Wait to wrap up for the Sirens. It's been a long game. It hasn't been the most fluid game. A lot of pitches, as we talked about, from the Northfield side. That'd be nice here. You know, Tigers put up a 5 spot. We could end this one here.
I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, we'd be okay with that. Of course, it is 6:49 now, according to what I'm showing here, so we should be just about done with this test and get action back going here again. As long as we got the break, let's go ahead and continue with our sports boosters, because, of course, like I said, without them, we won't be able to do what we do, and that's bring you live local sports or even local weather. Of course, we're continuing on here. Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, Thompson Sanitation, Young Construction and Roofing, Nick's Meats in Hayward, South Main Auto Service in Austin, Freeborn County Solid Waste, and North Star Power Sports and Marine. We'll get through some more here on our next break. It's again bottom of the 5th inning, and is brought to you by GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT. So Wackles in to pinch hit. And looks like ball 1.
If that's not ball 1, Dave, we're going to have to sit down and have a long talk.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Because we were talking earlier, Coach Jay and I, Wackles, of course, pitched. It was last Thursday, had a great game pitching. And he's hoping to have him back. Well, obviously not now. It'll be probably Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Ball fisted out to second base by Wackles. The throw over to first gets him in time. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Anderson decides to do with his pitching rotation next week, because, you know, I think theoretically at least Preston is considered the ace of the team. And, you know, not having a game until, is it Tuesday?
Tuesday now, yeah.
So they'll be, you know, Preston would be available to come back and throw back-to-back games if he chooses to do so. I know we've seen that happen in the past with other seasons where the weather and the schedule worked out right, and you go right back to your horse per se.
Cooper Kermis is now up with a 1-1 count and 1 out.
Ones across the board. And that weird curveball come in, and I think Kermis thought he could. What did he just say? Did he say Bradley?
I think he might have.
Of course, Yost running through, giving us a smile. The ball is right in front of us. Here comes the 1-2. Going to be outside. Takes it 2-2 now.
Good pitch there, just off the outside part of the plate. What the pitcher's looking to do, and a good eye by Cooper to hold off on that and continue to work this at bat.
And he's going to pop that one up. As I lost where it
Playable
is.
ball.
It's up above the catcher. It's not.
Catcher it's going to be fouled.
Not an easy play by any means.
No.
Coop, another inside breaking pitch there, and he skied that one up, and that was up there a long time.
Well, I even lost in the fence here.
You don't really want your pitcher to catch the pop-ups in the infield, but that's an easier play for your pitcher or your third baseman than it is your catcher.
Correct.
So back to the 2-2 with one out here. It's still 8-3 in favor of Albert Lee. Going to be high. Takes it to a full count.
I was thinking he might come back with a fastball or something different there. It's been a heavy dose of breaking pitches to Cooper during this at-bat.
And low and inside for ball 4. So Kermis will get on with a one-out walk.
All right, Leighton Yost, number 2.
Leighton Yost.
Brings up Leighton here. Leighton is solid with the bat here. Cooper's obviously got some speed there. You could look at just flat out giving Cooper the opportunity to steal the base, or this is another one where hit and run, getting guys out of position might be something effective too. But we'll see what happens here. That first pitch, Cooper flinches if he was considering the steal there. It was a quick delivery to the plate. Once he got to that point, but it was slow getting to that point. So if Coop times this up right, he should be able to take a base.
Throw back over to first, not in time.
Good move there after the aggressive lead on that first pitch. So
Yeah.
Pitcher checked him there a little bit. Keep him honest.
Yost had to get out of the way of that first one, so ball 1. Throw back over to first again.
See, now this is what you want as the offensive team here. You know, that pitcher's really thinking about Coop over there, so maybe he loses his focus and struggles with the zone or puts a ball where he shouldn't to Leighton.
You get that one outside and low.
Leighton is 1 for 1 today with 2 base on balls and 2 stolen bases.
Ball on the field over there. So looks like maybe someone warming up and threw a ball in or playing catch.
I think it was some young kids. I don't think
kids
anybody's
playing.
warming
Okay.
up.
Yeah, and I can't really see.
This is you've got a count here where it's a good situation if you think he's going to throw a strike to put a hit and run on.
Kermis does go.
Just a straight steal on Cooper.
Did he just bounce too?
It was. It's not the way you draw up the slide for Coop. He had such a big jump there that he had that base stolen. He probably could have gone in standing up, but
he called that one a strike, so 2-1.
So he's got himself in scoring position here.
I have a feeling that Coach Henderson is going to have them doing some sliding. And that one's going to be a wild pitch. Gets over the head of Yost, and Kermis goes to third. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner now at third base. Tigers leading 8-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. 5th inning once again brought to you by GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT.
Raiders pitcher, I believe, is in his 3rd inning of work. And he's now approaching the same pitch count that Preston has, throwing all 5 innings thus far. So
Yost watches that one go for strike 2, so full count.
Shakes his head a little bit there. That pitch is at the knees on the outer part of the plate. I like a take there. You're in a hitter's count. You got another pitch to work with.
And he's going to turn on that one, but that one will go foul. As now the lights are on here at Hayek Field, which just seems weird being it's not even 7 o'clock and the sun is still shining very brightly.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to Mr. Jason Hoyseth if he's listening in. It's a 3-2, and that one's going to be...
Oh, he's coming. He's
coming
coming
home.
And he gets underneath the tag there. So Kermis will score on that kind of wild pitch.
Yeah, but ball 4 to Leighton. The pitch didn't get too far away from home plate, but he got a good read on it with his speed. He was able to score.
9-3 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard, and we're going to have a mound visit.
It looks like he was looking down that direction. See if he goes to the Raider bullpen or not.
And I didn't see anybody else warming up, so I don't know if he'll pull.
Yep, we had the fist bump.
Oh, they did bring someone in off of the bench here.
Number 13.
Yeah, so we're going to take a quick pause here. Here's some from our sponsors. And while we get ready for a new pitcher, it's the bottom of the 5th. Tigers leading 9-3 here on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Take us out to your ball game. Take us out to the crowd. We sell insurance for most anything. Who'd have guessed that the A-team could sing for its root? Root for good coverage. Americana's more than a name. For it's 377 2000 for the insurance A-team.
You'll be singing too when you see what the A-Team and Americana Insurance can do for you.
Let's take it from the top again. I think the rest of you were out of tune.
Back here again from the Americana Insurance Press Box. Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger Baseball as let's continue on with our sports boosters who help make local sports and local radio possible. Of course, Shell Rapid Lube, the Overhead Door Company, the Albert Lee Convention and Visitors Bureau, Ernie's Canvas, P&L Excavating and Complete Septic Systems, Derek's Preferred Auto in Blooming Prairie, Liberty Extreme Car Wash and Detailing, Jensen Heating, Plumbing and Air Conditioning in Geneva, Hanson Tire Service of Austin, Etc. Credit Union, Marthaler Honda in Owatonna, Design Ready Controls, Hy-Vee in Albert Lee, Jake's Pizza, Waseca Inc. and Aero Printing, of course Aero Printing part of Waseca Inc. now, and the Community Foot Clinic. So thank you to all of our sports boosters who help keep local sports on local radio. Of course, Brad, you're one of them. Sponsors,
yeah,
appreciate you as well.
Of course, it's a great thing. It gets our name out, but that's honestly not what it's about. It's about supporting these different programs within Albert Lee and you guys as well for doing what you do for the community. And,
we appreciate that. So
my affiliation with sports throughout the years, it's just the natural fit, and with my job, it allows me the opportunity to make that easier. Get out of here, Cook.
Played for the Tigers is number 7, Nate Buckley.
Aaron Cook's still wandering around, bothering everybody here. Avoid the quick trip on Front Street if you don't want to see Aaron.
Check swing from Barkley there. Takes it 0-1.
0-1. 1 out.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Barkley get a double last time?
You are correct.
That's 2 games in a row with a double. Here's the 0-1. He's going to turn on that one. That one will be just foul, though, as it goes down the first base line. What was that? That's some kind of bug here.
All right, we're 0-2 with 1 out.
Never surprised me anything. That was a bug that just landed on the computer. I didn't know what it was. I was hoping it wasn't bird excrement. That one's going to be tipped foul. Of course, one of the first games that I had called, it was me and Mr. B-Ball on the call. We did Tiger football. It was last year, first game over. Oh, I can't remember where we were at, but all of a sudden a bird was in there, and a bird was sitting on the computer. Like, what? So, a little bug might scare me, but comes the 0-2. Runner does go. Ball's going to be outside. Throw to second, not in time. Good throw, though. It's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Yost is on second with that stolen base.
One ball, 2 strikes. Here we go. Nate has been swinging the bat well today.
And here comes the 1-2. He's going to swing and miss, but that's going to be in the dirt.
Chased
we'll
it. They threw first. Yep,
yeah.
Got him. Yost got a good read on that. As soon as he saw the throw was going to go to first base, he took off and reached third base there.
So, just like a bunt. Advancing the runner for Mr. Sam McGill.
Sam McGill.
Sammy done here today at Caldy.
Sam is 1 for 3.
Okay.
He's kept the ball in play every time up.
Going to be outside and low for ball 1. The wind just still barreling through here. There's the 1-0 pitch. Going to be low. Ball 2.
Pitcher kind of wanted that pitch, and
Yeah,
it might have been at the knees, but his catcher took that pitch out of the strike zone. Needs a stronger wrist there. Keep that glove firm in the strike zone. Show it to the umpire. You watch these major league games now, and it's ridiculous how good they are at framing the ball and bringing it back into the strike zone. But at the same time, when a ball's 6 inches off the ground and they snap it back up into the strike zone, it's like, no, it's not a strike.
3-0 is. Oh, I really wanted him to have the green light. Yeah. It's 3-1 as he takes strike 1.
Taking a pitch like that is the unfortunate thing with a 3-0 count.
I know, but here's the 3-1. And that's going to be outside for ball 4. The catcher did keep the ball in front of him as Yost was looking to come home. But runners on the corner, will they try the little trickery and send him to first here? Or is that kind of a junior high type thing still?
No, it's Jay uses it quite a bit. The delayed steal where they just kind of trot off after the catcher catches the ball and hope to make that play there. You know, Sam's a smart base runner on first base, and of course you got Leighton on third base. So.
Graham Goskeson up.
First pitch to Graham, strike 1.
Graham is 1 for 2 today.
I don't have it updated, but it is 9-3, correct, Caldy?
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong a lot.
There is that.
Comes the 0-1. And that one's going to clip. You're going to
goes.
throw
They
it to
did
second.
throw it down and just in the late.
Yeah, Yost a little too late on that. He's going to get the third out. Not sure what Coach Jay is not happy about what just happened there. But
it's the risk you take with that play. You know, you've got to execute it defensively, but at the same time, you know, you're looking at it. You've got good base runners on the base. You've got your 5-hitter up there. Do you let him do his thing? Do you try and steal another run? You know, it's not as cookie cutter as it is when you're playing 11 and 12-year-old baseball.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are faster and stronger, and the ball typically gets thrown faster than a guy can run. So if they're aware of the situation and make the right play, then you do run yourself into an out.
Well, now we're going to take a quick station identification. We'll be right back.
Power 96, the very best in classic rock. 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota.
Hi, this is Jay Anderson, head coach of the Albert Lee baseball team. Thanks for keeping it local on Power 96.
And thank you, Coach Jay. Of course, Tigers leading 9-3 as we head into the 6th inning. Once again, your 5th inning was brought to you by GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT. Hey, the 6th inning today is going to be brought to you by the Albert Lee Convention and Visitors Bureau, where they ask you to go take a moment and check out explorealbertlee.com to see everything that's happening around the area. Of course, a lot of events happening. I know this weekend the Blue Zones Walk is taking place, plus a lot of other events. And but yeah, go check out explorealbertlee.com and see everything that is happening in the area.
I believe we're going to have a pitch hitter, Colton Moreau.
Colton Moreau, okay. Smith back out here, 65 pitches through 5 completed so far here in your 6th.
Oh, I'm wrong.
You are wrong, aren't you?
I am. It's
correct you if you're wrong.
It's Dylan Monroe. Sorry.
Okay, Dylan.
Leading off the top of the 6th inning and
Number 9.
for the first time is number 9 catcher Dylan Morrow.
Dylan Morrow. Is this right? Top of 6? Yeah. Tigers leading 9-3. Yeah. Everything looked good there. And that's going to be
strike 1.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe his brother is Tom. Tomorrow.
You're wrong.
I could be right.
It could be. I guess I don't know. 0-1 here.
He may not be wrong. Let's go with that.
Just missing on the outside corner.
That could be crazy. But it could be a lunatic you're looking for.
You may be right. You may be crazy. We should have you sing that one
I think we should do karaoke in between innings. Calder, you go first.
Yeah.
Ooh, just missing there again.
We're
Takes
going to hear
it to a
La
2-1 count.
Bamba here.
Yeah.
I'll have Jason Hoyseth as a backup singer.
So 2-1 count here. That's going to get in there, yeah.
Good pitch on the inner half there.
Kind of froze up the batter. He's looking at the umpire going, where'd that hit?
He's kind of diving out over the plate there, maybe expecting a breaking pitch from Preston.
And here's the 2-2, and that one's going to be hit towards Goskeson. Goskeson picks it up, throws it to first. Errant throw. It's going to go up against the backstop. Runner will go to second. Yeah, and as the fans telling Goskeson what to do, he kind of double-guessed himself on that and did pay the price. Of course, once again, we talked about this. You get that wind kind of coming in. You got the sun. It's still going to be that's a tough area, and granted, it's starting to go down a little bit, so he's getting back into the shadows. But where he had to make that play, he was definitely back in the sun.
I don't know what you've got on in your scorebook, Caldy, but on the scoreboard itself, that they've got the error on Goskeson for the throw there, and that's the first Tigers error on the board.
Yeah, I only have the Tigers down for the one error. It's just that throw right there.
As I say, they've had a relatively clean game, so.
Yeah, the Tigers are defensively pretty sound, so.
Smith's throwing a couple of balls here. One was low in the dirt. Runner did advance to third, and then that one's going to be high and outside.
We are taking on the number 4 hitter here, Wade Gilbertson, number 18.
Coach Jay coming back out here. Now, in the middle of a at bat, you cannot change pitchers, or can you?
Nope, you can.
You can.
Yep, you can. And I forget what the rules are. They've changed them. It was a few years back, but they changed the visits for pitchers. Like in high school now, you're limited to a certain number of visits. You know, major leagues, you go out a second time, you're automatically out. Now, after X amount of visits with the same pitcher, it's a pitching change. It's not even necessarily the same inning.
Oh,
so
because that'd be our second visit to the mound.
Yep.
Smith stays in.
And as you look there, the base umpire had his notebook out, and he was making notation of that because they've got to keep track of those mound visits.
That pitch just missing high and outside for ball 3.
And I don't see anybody warming up in the Tigers bullpen.
I just stood up to look, and that's what I kind of figured.
I would anticipate your relieving options if you do have to bring somebody in for press.
That is hard.
Green light, but oh boy, turned Cooper on, but he made the play.
That was a nice catch. That was not an easy play.
Run will score.
You mentioned earlier, like, wanting to see Sam McGill to get a swing on a 3-0 pitch, and the 4 hitter there for Northfield displayed his power there because he hit that every bit of 340 to center field into this wind.
Yes.
If this was a non-wind game, that ball was going into the playground in the center field.
We have one out. Number 12, right fielder Henry Weber.
Kermis, of course, did make the play, but he was kind of battling that wind and the sun.
I'd like to see the aggressiveness there from the batter, but at the same time, when you're trailing 9-3 and in a 3-0 situation there, it's one of those where you need base runners. As a coach myself, I would not be green lighting a batter there.
It's going to be a tipped foul. So, yeah, as we're saying, 9-4 now on the Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
And that is what I have, 9-4.
And it got Preston, it wasn't necessarily in a jam, but a runner on third with no outs and a 3-0 count, and now, boom, here you go. The bases are cleared, and you got that out instead of having to work back and come back through being behind to that batter.
For our listeners at home, you couldn't see this. Zayden Brew actually put the bat up for the batter, and he had it sitting on home plate. The wind blew it over. It sat there for a while.
1-2 count with one out.
Ball 1 kind of bounces a little bit. Actually even went back off the bag and off of Brew's glove and hit the batter. And that one's going to be turned on back out towards Kermis. Kermis is going to come in.
Battle, a little bit of sun, a little bit of wind, makes that catch in relatively shallow center field.
So 2 outs here.
A little bit easier time with that fly ball, too.
Yeah. Yep.
Here is the pitcher, number 13, Tyler Holtz.
Comes the first pitch. That's in there for strike one.
And Preston being the Preston that we have seen numerous times, getting ahead of batters. 79 pitches, about ready to throw his 80th pitch of the game.
And he gets a swing and a miss on that one with his 80th pitch. Goes for 0-2.
Yeah, he bounces back. He's in that again. Runner on third, no outs, 3-0 count. Swings at that 3-0, gets the fly ball out, and now he's just back in the zone. And one run is.
Tried to get him up high.
We were going to give up one run either which way. You know, whether there was a ground ball hit, we weren't going to make a play at home. We were going to take the sure out at first with a 6-run lead. So.
Oh, they definitely gave us a heads up or a added bonus by scoring that run for sure.
A little extra mojo on that fastball from Preston there.
A little high.
Trying to get him to chase it up in the zone.
2s across the board, as Dave would say.
Yeah. Thank you, Dawson Limousine. Down in the dirt, trying to get him chased. Didn't chase that one either, so full count here.
Just need to throw a strike here, Preston. Nothing fancy, just a strike.
There's the second error on the Tigers. Barclay chased down the foul ball and airmailed the umpire.
Comes a 3-2 from Smith. And that one's going to be a dribbler over to McGill as it bounces, but McGill runs over, touches the bag for the third out.
Got the nice hop, big hop off the lip there.
So Raiders do get one there. And Tigers lead 9-4 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Let's hear some more from our sponsors here on Power 96.
It's not the kind of thing we feel comfortable talking about, but it's something we all will face. You can make things easier on the ones you love by pre-planning your funeral arrangements. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home will listen to your needs, offer choices for arrangements, and then make sure all of your questions have been answered. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, a name you can trust. Call 373-4330.
And back here again from the Americana Insurance Press Box, it's Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger Baseball as your Tigers head here to the bottom of the sixth, leading 9-4 over the visiting Northfield Raiders.
It should be Graham Goskeson, Zayden Brua, and Preston Smith up for the Tigers.
Of course, Northfield and Albert Lee have had quite a bit of a rivalry over the last few years, especially when it comes to hockey.
New pitcher again.
Yeah, looks like number
14.
I believe you're correct.
I think that's Kent Herbeck.
Hopefully not, because I'd never seen it. Caldy, did you ever see him hit the?
No.
Which house was it over there? Was it the Blue House? I remember hearing stories of Kent Herbeck hitting the houses.
He hit one in Markson Park in Austin as well. He actually, old neighbor of ours, is cousins with Kent Herbeck. So I've been fortunate enough to meet Kent a few times, and he's exactly what you think he is. Like when you see him, all this stuff.
Number 14.
Likes to bowl, likes to hunt, likes to fish, likes to have a beverage or two.
Yeah.
Like he.
Playing second.
Yeah.
He's a Minnesota through and through.
Yes, he is.
I know I got to meet his younger brother and Kevin, and actually 2 years ago for the home opener we got to meet Kent.
Yeah.
And first thing Lon Drescher told him, you got some big paws. I mean, his hands are just huge.
And I know he was there for the home opener this year. I think he's there every year at Gate 14.
Yep.
Greeting the fans as they come in.
Whoa.
Guskison's going to take high and outside for ball one.
And it probably dates us, but, we were fortunate enough. We were spoiled. 2 World Series championships in 5 years, and minus the Minnesota Lynx, we haven't sniffed a championship in Minnesota since.
With Frost.
Who?
The Minnesota Frost, the women's hockey team. They got a championship.
I will defer to you on that one.
Yeah, you're not big into hockey, I get. Well, we were going to bring you to the Bruins game this weekend, maybe, but that one's going to be high and off the catcher's helmet.
The new pitcher for Northfield is Owen Jensen, number 14.
Leighton Yo slowly trotting for the wild pitch.
Yep.
Looks like he's winded.
Grandma and Grandpa are right next to us. Here's the 2-1 pitch now to Goskeson. And that one's going to be inside. Goskeson, at first I thought he was going to lean into it.
He already did that once.
Yeah, he's
He
already been
did
hit
that
once
today.
Yeah.
And you don't have the protective gear on. Get out of the way.
I'd have much rather been hit by that pitch than the one he got hit with before. But slow dribbler towards shortstop. Throw to first is going to be batted down.
We were talking a little bit off air before the game started, and we were watching the Raiders warm up, and they did not have a clean infield and outfield session. And we made some comments. You know, you don't know how it's going to carry out onto the field during the game, but it really has. They've had a lot of miscues here that cause extra pitches for their pitchers, giving Albertley the opportunity to just add more runs as well.
Now Paxton Hovey.
Yeah, Hovey, and he's going to hit that towards the third baseline.
Yeah,
just out of the reaches of the third baseman for a hit.
That was a nice hit. Of course, Paxton had a little problem sliding into home plate.
Home.
I believe that's his first at bat of the season.
And no better way to start it than right down the third baseline.
To bat 1,000 in the season, that's nothing wrong with that.
Preston Smith.
I did that once. Not that it was the first game, but
there was that.
Preston Smith.
It was when you were 5 playing T-ball.
No. Wasn't far from that, though. Smith holds off on that one for strike one.
Good pitch there, breaking pitch on the outer half of the plate. A good check swing there by Preston. It was a strike, but he'll get a better pitch where he can do something more with it.
Comes the 0-1 pitch. And that one's going to be sent out into shallow, I'm going to say right center, but the wind blew it right back in where it was on the dirt.
Yeah, it ended up, wind held that one up enough to where it ended up being an infield fly call there.
Easton Shuey now up.
Number 18, Easton Shuey.
He's 2 for 3 today.
And the way that one took off, I'm like, that's going to be shallow, and then I just seen it just die in the air.
I don't think Easton's seen very many pitches today. We talked about earlier his aggressive approach at the plate, and
there he goes right away.
Spins that first one foul off towards the Tiger dugout.
Runners on first and second, 1 out, bottom of 6. Tigers lead 9-4.
That is the 7th pitch that Easton has seen.
I know earlier in his career he was higher in the order, and now
he tees off on that one. It's going to go right past the shortstop, and it's going to be a throw to home. It's not going to be in time as Goskeson gets in and makes this a 10-4 ball game in favor of your Albertley Tigers.
Easton's had some good at-bats today, but with his approach, they ended up moving him down in the lineup, and it's better suited for the team structure of it because it doesn't allow for the base running and whatnot, trying to utilize the running game and whatnot because he does have such an aggressive approach at the plate.
Caldy, did you call that one an error or a base hit?
Base hit.
Yeah, that was going to be a pretty tough play for the shortstop to make. They do have 6 errors on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But we do not have that on the Power 96 book, which is, of course, the official Big 9 book in our heads.
In our heads, that's what it is.
My eyebrows were kind of raising. Like, I didn't realize we had the official book for the conference. Impressive.
And that one's going to be hit. A little dribbler will get the out at second, but kind of a weird throw there from the shortstop. So fielder's choice there. Another out, and runners will be on the corners for your Tigers with 2 outs.
Well, what a better situation. Got Cooper Kermis up, our leadoff hitter. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Coop's had some great at-bats so far, so let's see if he can put the ball in play.
Yeah, and if you're going to put Brecken in motion here, Brecken's got some good speed. I just as soon let him steal the base versus.
Oh, he did get back barely. He kind of slipped.
Doing what we did previously, where we ended up running into the out here. You've got two guys on, and you got the top of your lineup up. Let your lineup produce for you.
I could be wrong, but I believe the second baseman is going to be cutting off anything to second. So.
Throw back to first again, as Wackles is not slowing down at all.
No, pretty good move by the pitcher as well.
You know what? And you got to be aware here because you got Hovde at third. If that ball is thrown off a little bit, and he will go to second, throw to second, throw back to home.
Yeah.
Errant throw, run's going to score, and we're going to see
Brecken's going to end up
third.
Yeah.
Tigers take an 11-4 lead here. And the Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard, bottom of 6.
So we can look at that one of two ways. Northfield's 1 for 2, or Albert Lee's 1 for 2 on that situation when they've actually thrown the ball down and attempted to make the play there.
Yeah, it worked well last time for Northfield to do that.
Right, yep. And now this time benefits Tigers and puts a runner in scoring position for Kermis.
It's going to be high and outside. Going to be ball 2.
So it's 2-0 with 2 outs. Kermis, great eye on that pitch.
Just going to watch that one go outside as well. Takes it to 3-0 count. Okay, so we've seen it earlier with Northfield. It's 3-0. Do you give them the green light?
I don't think you do.
I mean, it's 11-4.
In this situation, I would be okay with it. I don't see Jay doing that.
And he just about gets hit.
And here you're in a different scenario than what Northfield was in. Northfield was trailing by 6 at that point, whereas Albert Lee's got a 7-run lead going into the top of the 7th when they finish their at-bat. So if you choose to put the confidence in your batter and let him take a swing on 3-0 and it doesn't work out, okay, you're still anticipating getting through this game cleanly. But again, you're at the top of the lineup now. Coop's down there at first base, and you got your 2-hitter in Leighton Yost up.
Yeah, and Leighton's had a great game.
Ouch.
As we say that, he takes a swing, and it's going to hit off of his, sure if it hit off his ankle.
Once I determine that he's okay, then I'll tell him that's karma for giving me a hard time.
Yeah, not sure what he hit. He's in a lot of pain.
Those just take they take a while to walk off. They sting, and he'll feel that one in the morning.
Might be a little ice pack tonight.
His family's giving him a rough time.
That happens with the shin guard on even. And that one, we don't have the luxury of an instant replay or anything. That might have been right off the toe.
Mm-hmm. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Runners on the corners. Tigers lead 11-4.
2 outs.
And that's going to be inside. Throw to second. Not in time, and another run is going to score. So Tigers take a 12-4 lead on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. You know, and one thing, too, you look at a 3-0. You were up at that point by 7. You know, is it needed? You know, and that's sometimes you want to assert dominance in a game, but at the same time, you want to get this game over with as well. You've been playing now for over 2 hours.
Right. Yeah. As we talked about, this hasn't been a fluid game by any means.
No.
High school baseball games are typically not a 2.5-hour game. Usually by the time 2 hours rolls around, you're in the car and on your way home.
That one's going to be high, so it takes it to a 2-2 count.
But again, you look at the Northfield pitching staff, they're probably in the range of 150 pitches thrown in this game.
Oh, yeah.
So
easily.
So when you have something like that going on.
A little half swing there, and it goes through the legs of the shortstop. Throw to home, not in time, so another run will score. Albert Lee takes a 13-4 lead. And maybe now they're just looking to get this over with here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, you're one run away from it, you know, and Yost down there after that, after hitting that ball off of his foot. I don't know if you've got another player on the bench, but why not pinch run for him? You can re-enter him
Now batting for the Tigers,
into the field if
Brody
need be. But
Rassler.
he looks a little hobbled there.
Yeah, Brody Rassler here at bat now. His first time at bat. Of course, he was out at second and DH'd for. Throw that to first.
At this point, too, I don't know that the Tigers have anybody available on their bench.
You know, and I don't know either to come in. I know you do have
Drescher.
Yeah, you have Cohen Drescher there.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And
But at that point, Cohen is probably not getting into the game, because even though it's a 9-run game, you want that one player left available.
Aiden Jensen.
If in a range,
Oh,
he's
Jensen
not here.
too.
He's not here?
No, they announced him, but he's not here.
Okay.
Okay. And Brody takes that one outside, or takes it for strike one, I should say. And that one is too going to clip that corner. And it's his first time through here now. And of course, he's not used to how the strike zone has been.
Yep, and that one, again, from our angle, that looked like that was a little off the plate. But now you battle 2 strikes and go from here, Brody.
And Brody does. He hits that one. It'll be a dribbler towards the second baseman. Second baseman throws it to first in time for out number 3. So we're going to go to the 7th inning here. Once again, the 6th inning was brought to you by the Albert Lee Convention and Visitors Bureau. It is 7:28 here in Albert Lee. We're going to go into the 7th inning. 7th inning is going to be brought to you by Robert Hoffman Realty. Let's go ahead and let's get a check on our weather here and see what's coming down the lane for the rest of this evening.
Here's your Power 96 weather update. 55 tonight under clear skies, southerly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, highs around 73. Lows level off around 29. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy. Mainly sunny and dry, Saturday and Sunday, mid-40s, Saturday, low 50s by Sunday. That's your Power 96 weather update. I'm meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Currently 75.
Hi, this is Mark Calderon. Thanks for keeping it local on Power 96.
Hi, Caldy.
Hola.
75 degrees is what they just said the temperature still is. That breeze, though, is bringing the real field probably down to 43.
At best. I saw snowflakes.
Of course, my phone says 76. Tomorrow, some storms possible. 74% chance of rain tomorrow. But Saturday, really nothing expected here. So, like I said, I haven't been on to see. We know baseball has been canceled now. They didn't make that announcement for Saturday. But softball, everything looking to still be good. So, I'm assuming. But like I said, we'll just pay attention to the sports report tomorrow, as well as our Power 96 Facebook site. And we will let you know if that game will be going on. If that is the case, we will be live from Heimer Field starting at 11 a.m. for Tiger Sports Saturday. And then from there, we'll go right into the game. As of right now, they did move it to just one game where it was supposed to be a doubleheader. So we'll just have to see if they do call that game as well. Then we will be back out at Hy-Vee. Of course, this week with our Tiger Sports Saturday, we have a very special Austin Bruins Insider. You can catch that in the 11 o'clock hour, as Mr. David Coyer, who's, of course, the voice of the Bruins, will be doing an interview with Mr. Peter Theodos, who is the Director of Operations and kind of the guy that kind of runs the show there during the game day experience. Does a great job. Cohen Drescher is in here to finish the game.
Number 8 out in right field.
I believe Cohen finished up the road loss on the mound to the Spartans. So a 9-run lead here. A good time to get Cohen a little bit of work as well. So.
Number 14, Owen Jensen.
Yes, number 14, Owen Jensen, the DH, is up. 0 for 2 today.
And our first time seeing Drescher since Legion Ball last year. He's going to go ahead and give up a hit. The first pitch there was a nice fastball. Just number 14 for Northfield spun on it, hit it out into left field. And there is one runner on for Northfield here in the top of the 7th. It's again 7th inning, brought to you by Robert Hoffman Realty.
The first baseman, Roky Bennett, number 16, is now up. He is also 0 for 2 today.
We're going to have a pinch runner out there, Caldy, for
Now
Northfield.
Number 16, Rourke Bennett.
What do we got there? Number 16?
16 is batting, but number 10 maybe is going to be running. Not sure. He's actually taking a decent lead here. As Drescher looks over towards first. Here's
Brandon
the
Van
pitch.
Sickle.
That's in there for strike number 1.
Yeah.
So very good speed here so far, and just the only couple of pitches we've seen from Drescher.
And Cohen doesn't have to worry about that base runner at all. He can take as big of a lead as he wants with a 9-run lead. His focus is strictly on the batters.
Check swing there, saying he did not swing, so 1 ball, 1 strike.
It looked like he held off on the swing there. I was a little unsure if it might just be a called strike, though. But
1-1 is going to be in there for strike number 2. Drescher with a little bit of different release here.
he's got a different release, and that looked like a curveball there. But his curveball has a significant amount more velocity than what Preston's does.
And that's a looking strike 3 for the first out here in the top of the 7th.
There he froze him there through another breaking pitch, and little smirk from Cohen there.
Of course, Brian Drescher, Grandpa Brian, listening in. Give him a shout out.
Mason Munch, number 3, the left fielder, is 1 for 2 today. That's their number 9 hitter.
I have no idea where Cohen's grandfather Brian works, but if he happened to work at an eatery, I'm sure would have been nice if he'd have brought us down some food as we're sitting here in the midst of a nearly 3-hour broadcast.
Just happens to do. Throw over to second. Oh, good throw, just not in time.
Unfortunate thing there for Brua is throw didn't get to second base in the air, and just like it does on the ground balls, that ball pops up off of this thick grass and slows it down just enough, allowing the base runner to get in there, which, coach the game you want to. Why you're trying to steal a base when you're down 9 runs. You got to bat through a time and a half here to get back into this game. But worked out for him there.
It was a strike for Drescher there, so 1's across the board. And that one's going to be dribbled over towards the visiting dugout. So 1-2.
Cohen's doing a great job here. Just pound the strike zone.
Yep, that's all you have to do.
You use your defense.
Let him run, like you said earlier.
Got the strikeout for the first out, but it's just about getting 2 more outs and going home with a nice win here against the Raiders.
That one's going to be out of play, courtesy of Americana Insurance. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here at Hike Field, Tigers leading 13-4, top of 7. Here comes the 1-2. And that one's going to be popped out towards his second baseman. As Rassler gets that, he had to come out of the grass a little bit, but that's 2 outs.
Another nice breaking pitch there by Drescher. Got the batter out on his front foot. He flicked his wrist out there to protect the plate. Got an easy pop up to Rassler at second.
If he steals, you just let it go. Throw the ball back to the pitcher.
Yeah, at this point, the middle infield for the Tigers doesn't even need to worry about holding him on.
No.
The curve stuck out just a little bit for ball 1.
As they mentioned a few of the defensive changes. Obviously, Brody Rassler batted last inning and came in at second base. Then Cohen took to the mound.
Wild pitch there.
But when they made those changes, with following that ball off his foot, they did take Yost out and just moved Preston Smith over in at shortstop, which a good just precautionary move there. It's one of the things where the program's numbers aren't the strongest as far as overall participation, so they don't have a plethora of players on the JV side of it either, because otherwise you'd like to see Preston come out of this game as well, after as well as he threw. He still threw 80-something pitches.
84.
I don't want to move your starting pitcher over to the shortstop position necessarily, but hopefully he doesn't have to make any plays over there.
3 balls here for Drescher.
I guess
It's going to be high, so it'll get a runner to the corners.
my concern would be, I believe Yost had a ankle injury last summer. Hopefully it's not the same ankle.
Number 7, Christian Whiteman.
Brua giving signs out to his infielders.
That he's going to hold the ball like a big boy.
Yeah.
And if I had to guess, if he steals, I'd say he's going to throw it down.
There's strike one.
Would you?
Yeah, I don't think they'll try to put a play, cut it off at all. Just if he steals, if Zayden's got a strong arm, if he happens to throw him out, that's ball game.
True.
It's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 2.
4-pitch walk to that last batter, and now Cohen is back in the groove there and comes back with a pair of strikes. Maybe a breaking pitch, a little off the corner, maybe.
There's the 0-2, and that one's going to get inside as he tries to do a little something with it. Unfortunately, kind of got out of his hand a little wrong.
Instead, he dusts him.
Yeah.
That's the Tiger way.
A little chin music there.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
It's about time.
And here
Throwing
comes the
his
1-2.
18th pitch.
And that will be dribbled foul along the third baseline.
Good breaking pitch there again. Batter spoiled it off. Gets to see at least one more pitch here.
All right, the 1-2. And that one's going to be chased for and hit out of play.
Another good spoil there by the batter. Well, the crowd probably on both sides in the 9-run game is saying, okay, 2 hours and 40 minutes. quit fouling pitches off. We want to go eat.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
See a little high cheese here. I think you can get a fastball by him up in the zone.
And he goes the fastball, but that's going to be hit out into center field.
I was right with 50% of that.
You were right with 50% of it.
He went the high fastball. Batter did a good job. Pulled his hands in and lined a base hit up the middle.
So Northfield does tack on a run there in the top of the 7th. Makes it 13-5 in favor of Albert Lee on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
I understand a little bit why they gave up the cleanup hitter a green light on 3-0. He's over there in the on-deck circle practicing his swings, and it hurt my back watching how hard he was swinging over there. I almost kind of want to see him get another bat.
Wild pitch there. Ball 1. Runners do go to 2nd and 3rd on that.
Have him get up to the plate and have Cohen really slow that curveball down.
Break his back.
Corkscrew himself into the ground.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here. Treasure looks in.
Good
That's
pitch.
in there for strike 1.
Good fastball on the outer part of the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of 7. Tigers lead 13-5.
Another good
Ooh,
pitch.
another one, yep. Takes it to 2 strikes.
I think we've got the wrong count. No?
Supposedly we had the wrong count.
I don't.
It's another good day to
I
be
don't
a
think
Tiger
anybody
as they
on the
take
field
this
thought that was
contest
strike
by a
3.
score of 13-5
I would agree with that because I didn't think it was.
Cohen didn't. The catcher didn't. The coaches are looking around. But
Yeah, I guess strike 3.
we're going to take it.
Yeah, we'll take it there as your Tigers win 13-5. As we're back on the sound here. Let's go right into the Dawson Limousine to a post-game show. A nice outing here tonight by your Tigers, 13-5. Of course, Pressa Smith getting a nice start with 84 pitches.
84 pitches, correct. 84 pitches with 3 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, and with 4 hits.
And the Tigers, once again, they are not going to be playing on Saturday for baseball. We'll let you know about the, yep, I can hear it. We'll let you know about the softball game as that was supposed to be taking place as well.
I'm limping because I hit a foul ball off my foot. My name's Leighton Yost.
He's looking over McGill, too.
Leighton, that's karma.
All right, with that.